Hello and welcome back to Trainz Railroad Simulator 2019. Thank you very much for joining me in this video, and today we are going to be continuing on my first look and first impressions of the Cornish Mainline and branches, a route available specifically for Trainz Railroad Simulator 2019, so one of the built-in routes. And of course, if you want to purchase this game, link is in the description box below. Also, on top of that, if you want to leave any comments, some constructive criticism, things like that, 1. Please keep it polite. 2. Please be constructive, and I will be passing that feedback on to the developers. I have passed some of the feedback from the previous video on to the developers, so I will be trying my best to bring these concerns forward. If you have any concerns, if you have any comments, queries, questions, I will try and bring them forward to the developers and see if I can get you an answer or any sorts of information. Can't always promise you information, can't always promise you answers, but I will try my very best. So today in the second part we are going to be looking at the mainline passenger service. So we had a look at the Helston passenger run, which was one of the branch lines. Now we're going to look at the mainline service. It's going to take 1 hour and 5 minutes, which means this is going to be a 2-part video, more than likely, perhaps even 3 parts. So let's have a look. Let's read what we have here. The mainline passenger train service is one of the import ways. Important, I think. Small mistake there. The mainline passenger train service is one of the important ways of transportation in the area, serving connections to other passenger train services on the branch lines. Today you get to drive the semi-express train from Penzance to Truro with stops in between. We only have 1 hour before the express departs Penzance for London, so let's get moving. So essentially we've got to get the train from one place to the other before the express train goes down the Great Western, thundering down towards London. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Welcome to Penzance. Today is a simple semi-express train from Penzance to Truro with some stops in between. What train is going? Oh, it's that one, over there. The train to the left is the express train that will be leaving in 1 hour from now. So without without further delay, let's get going. Wait for the guard's departure signal. Alright, we will come back to that in a moment. First of all, I need to take some sort of photograph. Today we are driving King Edward VII, the locomotive named King Edward VII. I know this locomotive. This is a... Oh, this is going to bug me now, because I know this locomotive. The locomotive class, I've seen it before a number of times, and I cannot remember. Okay, I know I'm going to get this. Hold on. What's the name of this one? I mean, the King class. It's called the King class, but I'm just trying to remember what it is. Right. Right away, please note the signal may still be red as a mainline passenger service passed through. Okay, so we've got to be careful of the signal, and we'll continue. Right, for this we're going to go obviously into this mode here. King class, is it the 5,000, 6,000? Something like that? Right, we're just going to ease out very gently. We've got to stop at 7 stations today. That's the first marker done. And I am going to talk about the internals of this engine in a minute. They do need to... I do think they need to improve upon the... Whoa, look at this. No. Go forward. Move forward. There's another King class, Cornish Riviera Express. That's King George V. I think they're called. I think they are called King's classes. It says 6,000 on that one. Maybe it is a 6,000 class. Yeah, 6,001. I think it is 6,000. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. In fact, I think more than likely Major Magna, one of my patrons, will correct me if I am wrong. Which is great, because, you know, I need to know these things. Right, let's get ourselves going. So, this is of course still an active line, and we are going to do most of our... I think we're going to do most of this from the outside, so that we can have a real good look at this, at the stations, and at the line itself, and at the... well, for example, this. That's an interesting... I don't know what that is. It looks like a river, but I'm not too sure. The water effects look great. They really do look amazing. In the train itself, today we have a 7-car train. Well, actually it's a 6, and then I think there's a break at the back or something. Obviously the express train is far longer, and this is something that we don't get anymore at all. Can I get rid of those? Probably not. I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of those. We don't get these long trains anymore. It just doesn't seem to be possible for some bizarre reason. The trains are all shorter on these services, and it's a little bit annoying. I have to admit, it is a little bit annoying to have that, because the old Class 43s that I really like, the HSTs, they used to have a power car on either side and then 8 carriages in between. And now the trains that have replaced that tend to only have 6 carriages or 4. Sometimes it's just 4 carriages, and that includes the power cars. And yeah, it's just... personally, I don't like it. Looking at this though, I'm trying to work out what that noise is. I'm just wondering if it's that. We've got an airfield there, an old airfield. Lovely. We've got a freight train out that side that we're catching up to. Now, unfortunately, the speed limit through this is all very slow. As you can see, there are 25-mile-per-hour speed limit markers everywhere. But that's completely okay. We don't have too much trouble there. And whilst we're doing that, we are going to add in a little bit more coal. And we're going to ensure that the water is being filled. There's a freight train right there. I'm not too sure what it's going through. We've got a depot. This is all a depot sort of area. I'm just trying to work out what this one's actually going through. Are they loading it? I think perhaps it might be being loaded. Yeah, I think so. That's a tank engine over there. We've got 2 tank engines over there. This is of course a tender engine, as you can see. Got a ship out in the distance, looking lovely down the on this side of the English Channel, I suppose. Oh, is that what it would be? Yeah, it would be right down towards one side of the English Channel. Let's hope we're not speeding. We're not. Lovely. We're doing 22. Royal Mail. That's quite nice actually. I do like that. They have thought about this, so we've got a Royal Mail carriage here, St Ives and Penzance. Hopefully they've fixed the issue after seeing the video. We've got some carriages here, different types of carriages for different parts. These are all Great Western Railway carriages, some long ones, some shorter ones. We've got one there, camping coach, and that's really nice to see. That is actually really nice to see. Anyway, let's go back. Let's get back to our train, which is now only doing 20, unfortunately. By the way, this area does tend to get... Past approaching station, yeah. This area does tend to get battered quite often with storms. In terms of this line, it does get battered with storms. frame-wise, it's still very heavy on frames, and that is unfortunate, I think. Did that just go into a 15? That did just go into a 15. And look, we've got another tank engine. There we go. Down to 14. Kenny is stuck in awaiting new instructions. We'll just pass through this at a very slow 12 miles per hour. I have to say, the quality of that whistle just needs improvement. It really, really does. Now, this isn't my signal here. This is a signal for any trains on this platform that probably want to cross over. That's not my signal, so I don't have to worry about that. As you can see, it's red in the opposite direction too. Back up to 25. That's our signal there, so that's the home signal. For those people who are maybe unaware of the signals of the period, we've got the red one here is the home signal, and that's telling us it's clear. That's the distance signal. That's essentially saying what is it 2 signals from now. So there we go, that's now gone to red. So that's red. Once we get through the next signal, that signal should go green, and the next signal will show an amber aspect. Right, let's get ourselves cranking up the speed now. Now we're going into 60 mile per hour zones. And let's see if I can remember how to increase the speed of one of these trains. And these signals are called semaphores. .25 into a 60. I don't know what all that noise is. A 35. I really don't know what all that noise is. It sounds like a horror. It sounds like a cricket infestation. It really does. It sounds like a cricket infestation. I don't like it. But here we go. We are underway, and we are going. Sound of the engine changed at 30 miles per hour. I have to say the movement on the tracks is very realistic. I wish that wasn't just a picture. That would have been handy, but unfortunately it is. And the movement on the track, as I said, is very realistic. The track itself is very realistic, and we might as well talk now about that interior. Now, the problem is, it looks like mostly standardized. Oh, let's just go inside for a second. It looks like the interiors that have been used are mostly standardized. Obviously, we've got GWR, which is awesome, but it is mostly standardized, and I'm not too keen on that. I just find that just doesn't seem to be right. But I do hope that they start working on these interiors and bringing even the models of the trains. I think the models of the trains, though this one's, that's quite good, but it does need to be improved to match, perhaps to better match the rest of the environment. And I said this in the first part, that the rest of the environment starting to look great. Oh, here come the crows. The rest of the environment really does look good, but it's everything else that seems to be a problem. Oh, not again. Again, I have no idea how to stop this. I'll just move away from it, so that the sound isn't too overbearing. We are coming into a 35 and then a 15, and that's I assume that's where we're stopping. But looking around at the scenery, again, very, very well done scenery. I really do like the scenery on this. The sounds aren't great in terms of the... In fact, correction. The sounds are really good. but they are annoying. And I'm talking about the crows, for example, or that infestation of crickets. There's too much going on. They need to cut that out. Now, I am surprised with how much this is struggling, given that I am running it on an RTX 2070 graphics card, and I am running it with a 4.2 quad core, and I am actually running at 4.2 gigahertz. So I am sort of surprised at this. But look at that lag at the moment. Let's get that brake applied. $47, $44, $40. There we go. Down to 35, bang on. Oh, we're going down to a 15. Down to a 15, down to a 15. On the downhill. This is very frame heavy for some bizarre reason. Whoa, I cannot slow this train down. Prepare for station stop. I'm struggling with frames. I'm genuinely struggling with frames. That's crazy. I should not be struggling with frames here. There isn't that much to show. Why am I struggling so much with the frames? Get this train stopped. Let's just go inside. It's better. Water's low. Didn't notice that. Maybe that's what it was. Was it complaining about low water? I really don't know. I'm just trying to get this into the correct place. That was concerning. That struggle there. Now still keep going. Still keep going. Move it forward. Of course, I'm not going to be able to move it forward now. This is the other issue I have with this game. Now, though I'm at the station and I'm okay, but that is an issue I have with this game. That let me control. Look, we've got one of the branch line ones. Is it going to let me move it forward now? Probably is. Because clearly it hasn't happened. Let me see. Maybe that's something that the developers can work on. See, now that's a lot closer. There we go. There you go. See, now it works. So that's something else to consider for the developers. We're doing all right at the moment. Take a few screenshots. See, again, I really like the way that they've improved the tracks here. That's very, very realistic on track layout and things like that. But it's the trains, I think, that need work. That they really do need work, I think. Can I drop the pressure here? I don't know. Where's the thing that I'm looking for? That. And that's that train going. It's not me. Oh, well, I've got the right of way too. As a matter of fact, that's on a branch line, so I could just go. And I think the injectors are doing okay. Let's give ourselves a bit more coal right now. There we go. I'm actually going to reduce the injectors to about 40%. And we're going to struggle through this strange amount of lag. And this is a very slow section of track. In fact, this is incredibly slow. 15 through 35 to 15, 15 and then 55. That's very slow. I have a feeling it might have to do with scenery loading, because it's when I'm looking ahead of me is when it lags. When I look behind me, the scenery has all been loaded, so it's rather smooth. How do I get this train slowed down? Here we go. Oh, we're going into a 35 anyway, so I'm just going to let it pick up speed as we go through. Although I don't think all the carriages are going to be going through before we are speeding. It's okay though. Oh no, I think all the carriages are just about through. Yeah, let's start accelerating. There we go, we're in the 35. Gentle acceleration here. Nothing too major. We're going to bring the injectors down to nothing. Another little river. That looks like a... What river's that? I don't know what river that is. But that's definitely man-made. I should really follow this along. This area is weird. This area is really odd. It looks like... I don't know. It looks like some sort of boggy area. Water, sand. Cars out that way. Is that cars or is it just... I can't tell. It might actually be the graphics. Actually, no, it looks like something is definitely moving out there. I'm going back into a 15. No, actually it's not anything moving. It's just weird graphics. Just a bit of graphical error it seems. So we just let ourselves slow down. Right, we are stopping it in 0.5 of a mile though. So we may as well just let the train slow down now. 26, 25, 24, we'll get some brakes on. 22, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, lag like nobody's business. Again, this lag is making it unplayable. What's going on? I don't understand what is causing so much lag. I don't have this kind of lag in X-Plane 11. I don't understand what's going on. Prepare for station stop, thank you. I wish I knew. I wish I had an explanation as to what's causing this. That water out that way too. Where exactly are we? Yeah, what is this area? I'm just trying to work out what this area is. It does look like sand and maybe an old lake or something. Maybe that's... I'll have a look. Once we're stopped at the station, I'll go take a look. And that would be the third stop. We're just creeping in here. And I'm just going to let it creep in. No point kicking in the throttle if we're just about to stop. Might give it a little bit of throttle just to get it to the end of the platform. But that's about it. No, I don't think I'm going to have to give it throttle to get to the end of the platform. it should get there. Now, according to this, it looks like the engine has to be... Hang on a second. We're supposed to be in the siding. No, we're not. But I think the engine does have to be off the end of the platform just to ensure that everyone is in. Come on. Creep forward. There's a freight train waiting to pass. He must hate me right now. What's this engine driver doing? Pretty sure I need to apply the brakes about there. Unfortunately, that's the best I can do. And that actually does not give the freight driver any room to get out. I'm sorry. That is a problem. That actually is a problem. The train's too long. If I move any further forward, some of the doors are going to not be correctly placed. Right, in the meantime, let's go have a look at what on earth this area is. It looks like this used to be a lake. This is a dried up lake of some sort. And given the area it's in, yeah, so we've still got water, and then it comes back out, and then it heads back out to open water once again. That's really cool. That's actually really cool. Who's leaving? This isn't me. Oh yes, it is me. Right away. Let's do this. Whoa, what's that? The Doppler effect with that. Listen to this. I could replicate one of these whistles properly. Nope, wait. Sort of. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Well, this is kind of nice to see something like this, though. You know, from a garden. Oh, you're in, oh dear. In a back garden or on a road and something, and you're just taking a look. Yeah, gardens like down these ones. Look. You just see a train go past. That's lovely to see. That's a church. I was going to say, that's not a garden. That's probably a church graveyard. My mistake. Let's find another spot. Yeah, look, right here. Sort of the side of the... Could have children sort of playing here. And they know not to get in the way of the train because they're sensible. Sensible children. Very sensible children. So they're not going to see a train and go, ooh, let's run in front of that. And I think actually at this sort of angle it does give a good insight into the size and the actual size of a train, because when you're looking at it like this you think, yeah, the train's big, but how big is it really? But when you're in with one of these, for example, and you're down here, and you're just sort of at that position there, you're about to see a whopping great train go past. That does, you do look at that and go, that is a big train. Big train that is slowing down massively. No, it's not slowing down, it just cannot, just can't get speed up. Because I hadn't given it the throttle. There you go, look at that. Next stop is in 2 miles. Get rid of these blasted crows, please. They're just terrible. They're so loud. Oh, this looks like this is going to be nice. This could be a nice little view. Fortunately, the terrain does need a little bit of updating in these areas. There it comes. Oh yeah, well done. Couldn't see that one because it's on the opposite track. Duh. It does look good. It does look good. Yeah, maybe from up here. Look. Let's get on the railway bridge. Maybe work the camera a little bit. It'd be nice if the camera was a little bit better. It's hard. It's very difficult to control this camera. I just like a... Yeah, I would like a better camera. Start bringing that injector back up. Does give me a good idea of this track though, and how elevated it is in places. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! That must be nice to see. That's a Royal Mail train. How lovely! And that there is really nice. That's the kind of things I like to see in Britain. And there are lots of places that have these little viaducts everywhere. I've seen many a train on these. And occasionally a steam train. Okay, next stop is going to be... what? Gwynia Road. Oh, it does say there, feel like that's spelt differently. Alright, we're actually getting up to speed, and as we get up to speed, guess what? We've got to hit the brakes. Don't know about you, but that's starting to get a little bit tedious now. It is starting to get tedious to have to slow down. Like that. The gates swapped out for us. Nice and smoothly, it didn't just pop in. That's an interesting noise. Down to 25 because the next one is a 25. Boiler pressure is ridiculous. There's not much I can do. Because again, I don't know how to manage this. How do I do that again? Oh, it doesn't work anymore. Well, that's rubbish. Right, so last time we came out of the branch line out that way. In fact, we can probably see the branch line if I zoom out. Where was it? That branch line, maybe? Because we're going to go... Yeah, I think it was that branch line, actually. Nothing there. Yes, I know. So it went out that way. We're going to go this way. And that's the Helston line. Okay. Coming to the station at about 26 miles per hour. And what we're going to do is I'm going to end this video when we stop at this station. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Trainz Railroad Simulator 2019 or other train simulators, whatever you wish. There's plenty of stuff on my channel, so hopefully you guys will enjoy something on the channel. So make sure you do subscribe. Make sure you click that little bell next to the subscription button to notify you when I get some, or when I publish new videos. Generally I publish new videos at 8 or 9 PM UK time, which is currently GMT. So that's when you'll get videos from me. Can I just creep it forward, or will it accept this? It does not accept that. It needs me to... Oh boy. Well, we'll sort that out. Also, if you really want to support me and can do so, don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively, massively appreciated. It would really, really help me out in the long run, and indeed in the short run too. There you go. Now it's realised. Hello, move the train forward. And you can find me on Twitch, www.twitch.tv/ecgadget, and you can find me on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. That's all from me, and I'll see you guys next time in Trainz Railroad Simulator 2019. Come on, stop the train. Stop the train. Well done. You've stopped. Well done. It's not what I meant to do. Anyway, with that, I guess I will see you guys next time.